Hello, I'm Mark Schiemann, and I spend a hell of a lot of time in the forest.
Oh my god, guess what? I'm in the forest.
And I know this forest ban isn't in BC where I live, but all I have to do is add the word yet, and it sends shivers down my spine. For anyone who doesn't know, Nova Scotia, one of the provinces in Canada, has put a ban on anyone going into the forest, anywhere in the province. And they made the fine $25,000 plus taxes and fees. That's right, taxes and fees. For anyone caught going in the forest. And he's made this the case until mid-October. I mean, if this happened in BC, I don't know what I would do. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't just be okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Happening in Nova Scotia, or the rest of the Maritimes, or Canada, anywhere for that matter. And I know this is true for a great many other Canadians as well. Going into the forest is a necessity for my sanity. You can't just ban that. I'm not talking without some experience here. I live in the interior of BC, which for almost the last decade has been in constant danger of forest fires. In fact, many of the areas I like to explore have burned down. And I've been through being evacuated and not knowing that my house would still be there when I got back. Went on for weeks. In fact, we own a house and we were without insurance at the time, so I can tell you the stress levels were extremely high. I mean, honestly, no fun at all. But none of this made me think I shouldn't go into the forest. In fact, it's the stress of things like those fires that make me need to go out in the forest in the first place. Or other stresses in my life, like my leg, or like a politician banning me from the places that I love. I've been going into the forest since I was just a little tyke. I mean, I've mountain biked and hiked and fished and boated and kayaked and dirt biked and ATV'd and camped, walked my dogs all the time, had picnics, I meditate. And I've explored deep into the forest, well away from people or civilization. Not once did any of these start a forest fire or even have the chance to. In fact, in the last couple of years, I've covered well over 10,000 kilometers as I've explored the hidden parts of the Cariboo. A huge percentage of these in the forest and on trails like this. Or even worse, I've driven in meadows, ranch country, or the desert where the grass looks dry. And guess what? Not a single forest fire. No fires. And if I couldn't go into the forest, it would destroy my channel. Couldn't have shared the caribou and its wildlife with all of you. Which I hope for people who can't go into the forest, this helps keep you guys sane. And for those who can go into the forest, I hope it makes you want to get out there and go into the forest all that much more. Anyway, I do get banning fires in the forest. I mean, I don't like it, but it certainly fits into the world of common sense, at least. A strong unexpected wind can carry embers, even from a well-kept campfire, and from someone who sort of knows what they're doing. But it might be a rare occasion, but I can still see how it's considered an actual risk. Everything after that, we are being punished for the small percentage of people who either lack an intelligence department, or are arsonists or criminals, or are scared of their own shadows. And the fact that the existing laws were already a great solution, just throw the book at anyone who intentionally or through willful carelessness starts a forest fire. Yeah, things like ignoring a campfire ban or arson. And throw half a book at anyone who accidentally starts a forest fire, at least if they are being irresponsible. Big fines, actual jail time. There'll still be idiots out there, but it's about the best you can do. I mean, you do that and then let everybody who wants to go into the forest back into the forest. This isn't brain surgery. And if there is an actual forest fire, burning, of course you should ban anyone who doesn't live there from the area, but only as it is necessary to let the firefighters do their job. It's not all that easy to start a fire without a lighter or matches or flint or, fire starting stuff of any sort. And if a Canadian from any province isn't using fire starting stuff of any sort in the forest, then it is an insane, intolerant, and uncaring act to keep people away from what they need and love. For a lot of Canadians who are like me, the forest is linked directly to the health of their body, mind, and soul. In my case, it would be a cruel and unusual punishment to ban me from the forest. And I think for many Nova Scotians, it is. Okay. Exercise, clearing your mind, the natural beauty, stress relief, escape from politics. And there's about a million other reasons why we as Canadians need access to our forests. Mountains, lakes, coastlines, all of it. Dead stop. And in case somebody in the government forgets, it's ours. It's all Canadians. We own Canada. Canadians own Canada. Again, fine and jail me if I purposely start a fire and put others in danger. But not because I've accepted the risks of going into the forest. Fires or floods or landslides can all happen. Or bears, cougars, moose. Any of them could kill me. I still want to go into the forest and explore and get my photographs. Visit with my forest friends. And if something bad were to happen to me, I would hope the society would still want to rescue me, even if I was doing something that others deemed stupid. But if not, as I said earlier, I'll accept the risk. The forest isn't really all that dangerous. And it's not the government's place to deny or accept that for me. For the majority of my life, we were a country that fixed things. I was proud of that country. We made a lot of contributions to the world as well. Now all we do is ban stuff and talk about being kept safe. I have a hard time believing that this is the Canada I now live in, and that being Canadian means you need a nanny. I, for one, am Canadian, and I don't now or ever need a nanny. There's a lot I could say about mismanagement of our forests, arsonists, lightning, and using computer modeling, glyphosates, and the list goes on. But I'll just leave all that be. This channel isn't supposed to be political. But sometimes you gotta say something, and this forest ban is definitely a step too far. This is not Canada anymore. And I don't know what these politicians think they're doing. Anyway, well, thanks for listening to my rant. And if you're interested in photography or wildlife or backroad exploring, be sure to check out the rest of my channel. I definitely could use more views and more subscribers. I don't think YouTube likes me. I go into the forest after all. Dun, dun, dun. And just as a note about politics in general, accident. And again, didn't want this channel to be political, but just as a, I mean, I have a right arm and I have a left arm, and the rest of me sits in the middle trying to use some common sense to get through life. Sometimes I use just one of my arms, but for the most part I put both my arms to work so I can accomplish both simple and great things. Left and right working together. Wow. You know, politically this works pretty good as well. I think if the left and right let themselves, they'd realize they have a lot more in common than they have separate. And in case I haven't been clear yet, I mean, I play guitar, so my left hand makes the chords, my right hand does the picking and strumming, and my brain and my soul decide what to play. When I put them all together, I can make music. Leave your 2 cents in the comments. I mean, either way, like and subscribe. It will help me out. And I'm going on in the forest. I need to breathe in some fresh air. A deer walking in the forest won't start a forest fire. Neither will you. Well, I guess it's all right. So, as of August 30th, which is today, they've at least partially lifted the ban in Nova Scotia, which I'd say is great news. Although I don't think the ban should have been there in the first place. And anyway, I thought I better update that as I'm posting this today. And well, thanks for watching, and hope you guys come back. All right, later. I'm going to the forest.